Hello students, welcome back to our lesson video. Today we are going to be discussing the distance, calculating the distance using our two different maps, the topographic map as well as orthophoto map. So yes, so in geography, in map work, you are required to calculate the actual distance, okay? Calculating the actual distance, okay? Calculating the actual distance, okay? For you to calculate the actual distance, so okay, let's say in your map they said calculate a distance from a certain feature to the other feature. Okay, let's say from a T junction or from a spot height, a 912, to a distance to a school, okay, to a school down the slope. So you're going to put your ruler and measure in centimeters. After you got the answer, you have to write it down and multiply that answer with the scale of the map, okay, and you are required to put your answer in kilometers, okay. So in order for you to put it in kilometers, there are so many ways, but I'm going to show you only two ways that you can do it, okay, your calculations for a distance. Okay, so you are going to say, so this is actual distance is equal to map distance. The map distance, the distance that you have measured using your ruler in centimeters, map distance, multiply by scale over 100,000, okay, so that you can be able to put it in kilometers. All right, that's the way, that's the first way, number one. So you're going to multiply this by this and divide by 100,000, and therefore you are going to get your actual distance in kilometers. All right, so in order for you to get it in centimeters, your actual distance, your distance in centimeters, you're just only going to multiply the map distance by the scale only. You're not going to divide by anything, okay? Yes, okay. So let's make an example. Okay, so this is calculating your distance in the topographic map, okay, but there is the easiest way for actual distance. So for your actual distance, you're going to say, this is the second option, which is I can say you must always use it, is equal to actual distance is equal to map distance. This is for topographic map, okay? For topographic map, multiply by 0.5, because if you convert that 50,000 centimeters as a scale to a kilometer, it becomes 0.5 kilometers, okay? So your map distance multiplied by 0.5, mind you, this is 2 kilometers. Using your topographic map. You are using a topographic map, you are going to multiply by 0.5 and get your actual distance, okay? So for actual distance using an orthophoto map, so your actual distance using an orthogonal map, you're going to say map distance, the distance that you have measured using your ruler in centimeters, and you multiply by 500. Okay? No. Okay. You are not using, I made a mistake. You are not using the orthophoto map. You are still using the topographic map. Okay? You are still using the topographic map, but you are now changing it to meters. Okay? So to change it to meters, you have to multiply by 500. Your map distance by 500. Okay? Yes. So if you are using, this is a topographic map again. Topographic map. Okay? This is your topographic map. So if you are using okay, your orthophoto map, so your actual distance in the orthophoto map, so this was topographic map. Your actual distance for orthophoto map, we are going to say your map distance multiply by 0,1, because that 10,000 centimeters, which is a scale, you convert it to kilometers. So in order for you to get your map distance in kilometers, the actual distance in kilometers, you're going to multiply by 0,1. So this is 2 kilometers. You are going to multiply by this and get the answer, okay, in kilometers. Then in meters, your map distance, you're going to multiply by 100. Then you get your answer to meters. Okay? Get your answer to meters, and that was orthophoto map. Orthophoto map. It is orthophoto map. Okay, so let's do a practical right now. Okay, just before we do practical, you should know that we have a straight line distance as well as winding distance. Because why? They can say calculate the distance from in this point to this point. You can see this is straight. You're just going to put your ruler here and measure from this point to this point. Okay, you're going to put your ruler, let's say here you can have 2,2 centimeters. Then you're going to multiply 2,2 centimeters by 0,5. Then you get your answer in kilometers. That's the actual distance on the ground. Okay, if you want to turn it to meters, you're going to multiply by 500, depending on which the type of map that you are using. Okay, yes. So yes, so if you want to answer to remain in centimeters, you are going to multiply by the map scale. If you are using topographic map, you are going to multiply by 50,000 centimeters. So you are going to multiply 2,2 by 50,000 centimeters. Okay, and get your answer in centimeters as the actual distance. But you can be able to convert it. By converting it, you multiply this by 0,5 to kilometers and this by 500 to meters. Okay, yes. Yes, so we have the straight line distance. The straight line distance. Write this down. We have straight line distance, and for straight line distance we use a ruler centimeters. Okay, a ruler centimeters. Okay, So and also we have winding distance. As I said, winding distance. We have winding distance. We have straight line distance and winding distance. Winding distance is whereby we'd find, they say calculate, but mostly in your question paper there will be always straight line distance, but for in case you would experience winding distance. Okay, you can see they can say calculate the distance in a road from this point, maybe let's say this is Kerk Church, to this point, which is a school. Let's say this is a school on the side of the road. So we have to calculate from this point to this point. So you can use a string or paper. Okay, you can use a string or a paper. So in order for you, I'm going to show you how to, okay, first of all, okay, I'm just going to show you how you can use a paper. Okay, so for a paper, let's use, you're going to say from, this is a from point, this is a from point, okay, and this is your road, and you know from here, and then you say like to here, and you turn it, you know, now you're here, and you turn it, this was here, and you say here, and you turn it again for unwinding distance. Say like okay here, and you pull this one here, you say here and here, and yes, and here, this is the point. Okay, so you are going to take your ruler and measure here from this, from 0, using your ruler, 0 centimeters, until this centimeters is found here. You have found, okay? So you're going to measure this using your ruler and apply it and multiply. Yes. So let's say maybe you received 6,7 centimeters, okay, from a Kerk to school. Therefore, you're going to multiply 6,7, going to multiply 6,7 multiplied by 0,5, and you can get your, let's check. So it's going to 6,7, 6,7 multiplied by 0,5. Your answer is 3,35 kilometers. So your actual distance is this. Your actual distance. So this is your actual distance. Okay. This was an example of how you can use your unwinding to calculate your unwinding distance. Okay. Your winding distance, I mean. Okay. So you can also use a string. Put your string here and here. You can use a string and put it inside the road until there. So by putting a string, you can put your string and put your string here and mark it. In each and every 10, mark your string. In each and every 10, mark your string. In each and every 10, mark your string until there at 2 point. Okay, to school. And therefore, take your string out to your ruler and measure. Okay, and calculate. That's how it goes. So let's calculate the distance using our map. Okay, so looking to our map, you can see we have B, line B, and line C. Okay, yeah. So let's calculate the distance at line, let's start with line B. Yes. Okay, let's start with line B. So let's calculate the distance. So at line B, which is red, as you can see, so we're calculating a distance from a spot height 856, spot height in high, to a river which is on high altitude, very very high altitude, 856, to a river. As you can see, the line is from 856 to a river, you can see, to a river valley. Okay, so we're calculating B. So we're going to say okay, let's measure using our ruler. I've measured and I've came up with 2,6 centimeters using my ruler. Okay, 2,6 centimeters. Okay, at B, which is from spot height (859) to a river valley, Okay, so as I measured, I came out with 2.6. So an actual distance is equals to map distance multiply by scale. As you can see, that is a topographic map. Okay, yes. So there are two ways to calculate this. Let me first by saying by using the very first formula that I've introduced to you, 100,000. Okay, so actual distance, and our actual distance, mind you, it must be in kilometers. Okay, map distance is 2,6 centimeters multiplied by a scale. A scale is 50,000 centimeters over 100,000. Okay, so press using your calculator 2,6 centimeters multiplied by 50,000 divide by this 100,000 and you will get your actual distance. But the other way for hard workers and so on, they can say 2,6 centimeters multiplied by, okay, this 0 cuts this 0, this 0 cuts this 0, this 0 cuts this 0, and this 0 cuts this 0, and 5 divided by 10, and we're going to be left by 2,6 multiplied by 5 over 10. Okay, so we have how many 5s here? 1. We have how many 5s here? 2. Okay, how many 5s here? 1. How many 5s here? 2. So 2,6 divided by 2. Okay, that is the same thing. So by using your calculator and so on, so we come out with 1, so if you press your calculator, 1.3 kilometers. That's your actual distance. That's how we. Okay, so now let's quickly calculate the distance at line C. At line C, the blue line, from 877 spot height to a condor line. Okay, I've used my ruler and measured. I came out with 5,6 centimeters. Okay, let's write it down. So I came out with for C. For C, I came out with my ruler. This is from calculating a distance from spot height 877, and also from spot height 877 to condor line, to a condor line. Okay, so for my C, my measurements were 5,6 centimeters. So you're going to say actual distance is equal to map distance, the distance that you have measured using your ruler, multiply by map scale over 100,000. Okay, so your actual distance is equals to map distance is 5.6 centimeters multiply by 50,000 centimeters over 100,000. So in order for you to get your actual distance, you have to multiply this using your calculator and divide by 100,000 and get your actual distance. But in other ways, okay, let's do it. Let's calculate. In other ways, as I showed you before, you can say, okay, this zero and this zero cancels. There's 1 5, there are 2 5s and 10. So 5.6 divided by 2. 5.6 over 2, and you get your actual distance. Or you can just press all of this in your calculator, okay? Yes. So by pressing it in our calculator, let's go and see. 5.6 multiplied by map distance 50,000 centimeters divided by 100,000, say it's 2.8 kilometers. That's the answer. Okay, so in other ways, the very shortest one, the easiest one, and the smartest one, the smartest, you can say actual distance is equal to map distance multiplied by a map scale. Okay, actual distance is equal to 5.6 centimeters multiplied by 0.5. Your actual distance will be going to be 2.8 kilometers. Okay, that's how it goes. So pressing your calculator, 5.6 centimeters multiplied by 0.5 is equal to 2.8 kilometers. Okay, so this Romoka 5, as I explained, this is to convert to 2 kilometers. Yes, so that's how it goes. I hope you have learned something from this lesson. Thank you so much. And please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment to the videos. See you next time. Bye.